Okay, but the moment you change anything in the program again, even if the change is of one line or one alphabet or one number, if you don't change, if you don't compile the program again, then you are not going to get that expected change. You will get the initial previous result only, whatever with whatever load module it is running, that result only you will find. So whenever you do a small change also, whatever change you do, please compile the program. Then only when you execute, you'll find the exact output what you want after changing the program. So compilation is successful. Now let me execute it. So everything is correct. Program name is on size error. To load leave, everything is correct. So I don't have to change anything. I can simply submit this JCL. So, so my axis is 0. Now if I go to spool, so see, there is no sysout only. Okay. The job has been successfully run. See, the job has successfully run. Step 01, step was executed, condition code 00. It has successfully run. But there is no sysout generated. Why? When does sysout get generated? Sysout gets generated whenever there is any display statement in your program. The program has to display something in spool. And we all know that all the display statements come in sysout. Okay, but since in this case we already have defined C with 9 of 3, and after addition a plus b becomes 100, which also has a length of 3. So you have defined 3, you have length of 3 also, so there is no size error. And when there is no size error, it is not going to go inside this. That means this display will only come when there is any size error. That I have written clearly. Compute this, that means evaluate the value of C by adding A and B. If there is any size issue, size error, then display. If there is no size error, then don't display. So this display comes under on size error. So since in our case it is matching, there is no size error, there is no display. Got it? So this is how on size error works. So whenever you have any such kind of a requirement where you have a program where you have input fields and where you have financial data, always keep in mind after this arithmetic operation, whenever the output fields are evaluated, always keep on size error message. Okay, those messages, so that you can see in spool, or you can write it in some files also, whatever you want. You can move these values to a variable. Those variables you can move to some output field of a file, and you can write it into a file, so that this GCL creates an output file also. In that output file, every day you check, or that output file you can send it through email also to your personal yeah, send it as an in SMTP step. You can send it as an attachment to your group email ID, so that every day this JCL sends a mail with the attachment of all the on-size error display messages, so that every day you log in and you can find out the display statements, error messages, and you can rectify it, or you can, at least you will be updated with it, that these are the messages that we have got. Okay, if there is no there is attachment but there is no display message, there is nothing inside, that means that is fine. But if there is any display message, that means there is some size error which has occurred. Now that sysout what I was talking about, why is the sysout generated? Why is the display message generated in sysout? Okay, why? Whenever you execute any JCL, by default these three tabs will be generated. You all know that these three tabs. Okay, so first one, just JCL will have the exact replica of the JCL that you submit in an expanded format. Whatever JCL you have submitted, one statement number for each line, some statement numbers will be generated for each valid line, not for commented lines, and in expanded format it will come. Okay, suppose you are using some symbolic parameter, those symbolic parameter will get resolved, and this is the final. Suppose you are using symbolic parameter as date parameter, you are using a symbolic, and you are setting that value with today's date. So one line will come with the symbolic parameter, next line will come with the actual value of date. So this JSGCL will have the resolved value, or in expanded format it will create, and for each valid line there will be one statement number which will be generated. So this one is okay. Now next one is JS message log. In JS message log you will have always have on which day this job was submitted, what date is this, at what time it was submitted, at what time it ended. See, our JCL started at 15:34:32, ended also at the same time, how much CPU time it took. These information, CPU related, execution related information will be present in the JS message log. Now JS system message, the third one, this is the main important thing where you will find the execution details, whether the execution is successful or not. In our JCL, we had only one step. So job name, step was executed, condition code 00 means it has successfully run. Now in your JCL, if you have multiple steps, more than one step, so this kind of messages will occur multiple. So first it will tell you about the step one execution. Next, below after a few lines you will have the execution status of the next step, suppose step 2, then step 3, like that. And wherever suppose it fails somewhere for whatever reason, if it is for syntax error, suppose any syntax you have missed, or input file not found, output file is already present which you are trying to create, those kind of errors you'll get in JS message log. Okay, now why we had sysout generated in the previous example, not this one, this one. Oops. This one, sysout, why it was generated when we had on-size error? That is because when you execute the JCL, you write this sysout dd sysout state equal to star. That means when this COBOL program you are executing, and if there are any display messages, one sysout tab will be generated in the spool to accept those display messages. So in JCL, many dd sysout statements we write. While executing COBOL program, we write a lot of dd sysout statements. Why? Because the normal tabs JS JS message log, JS system message will be generated by default. But if you want more information, if you have observed closely, when you execute any IBgener utility, one sysprint tab is generated. Okay, I have written it wrong actually. It should be sysprint. Okay, sysprint tab is generated. Sysout tab is generated when you are executing COBOL program, and also it has some display statements. There are some more like cdump, ccu dump, sysabend. This kind of dd statements are used in your COBOL program. Yeah, sorry, in your JCL while executing a COBOL program. Why? While executing any utility, this sysprint and sysout are enough. But while executing COBOL program, we use as many dd sysout statements are there as possible, because it is not necessary that all the time the error will come from the syntax, input file not found, output file already present, or any small events. Okay, load module not found. It will not come from there. Whenever you are executing any COBOL program, there may be some coding issue, there may be some looping issue, there may be some data issue in input file. So that time, from these normal tabs, it is not possible to find from this normal JSJCL, JS message log, JS system message, you will never be able to find the error. In this third tab where the execution status is there it will only say that the job has failed at this step, but it will never give you the error when it has failed for some data issue or looping issue or anything. It will only give you the basic errors, file not found, file duplicate file, some syntax error, those errors. So whenever you have data issue for input file, whenever you have coding related issue, that time some specific because of this specific dd sysout statements, you will be able to find the error, because the more number of dd sysout statements are you add in your JCL, those many sysout statements will be generated in those many tabs will be generated in your spool. C7, CCU7, CCU dump, C dump, this kind of dd sysout statements we add. So each and every dd sysout statement has its own property. Like a job, if a job fails, it's not necessary that all the CC events, CCU events, CCU dump, C dump, everything will be generated. It's not like that. Each and every DDC out statements has its own property. On some particular scenario only that tab will be generated. And it is not like you cannot tell that for if it is data issue, CCU event will come. If this is looping issue, C dump will come. You cannot be sure, but at least you will have those tabs, few tabs, if not all, but few tabs you'll have when the job fails for some data issue or some coding issue, anything. You will have C dump, CCU dump, something, at least something will be there where apart from those three mandatory tabs, you will have some new tabs generated whenever the job fails with some data issue or this one coding issue. You will have those extra tabs where if you go inside, you will find the clue. You will have the clue why the program failed. Okay, so that is why we have to always add as many DDCs out statements as possible while executing a COBOL program. But while executing any utility, IAB or 14 IB, general sort, ID camps, ICE tool, it is not required only. Sysprint and sysout are enough. Okay, so this is very, very important. You must be thinking how sysout tab was generated in spool while we gave the display, but when on-size error did not work, it did not go into on-size error, sysout did not get created. That is because whenever you have any display statement, then that has to display something in your program. Sysout is the only tab where the display statements will come, and that comes because you have mentioned in your GCL sysout dd sysout equal to star. Okay, so this is what I wanted to cover in today's video. What is on-size error? Why do we have to code it in our program? In which scenario it can be coded? And how it will capture the error of the data length. Okay, input values. So how you have to write the display statements very carefully. You have to display the input values also so that it catches for which input values this error is coming. So you have to be very careful while doing that. Okay, so hope this video will help you. So please let me know in comment section if you have um, any requirement or anything on any, if you want me to make videos on any topics in JCL, COBOL, DB2, CISS, V7, in any topic, in any scenario, you can give me scenarios that please make a video on this scenario. I'll make a video. It may be JCL, it may be COBOL program, it may be COBOL DB2 program. Just let me know the scenario, write it down. I'll make a video of it. I will share. And if you have any doubts or anything, you can always reach out to me in the comment section or anything. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe it and share it. So we will meet with a new video. So till then, take care. Thank you. Bye.